Hello, 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 and welcome to King's Quest 4. So far, I've played through the first three King's Quest games, and this one's going to be a big change. First and foremost, it's probably the longest of the first three, or longest compared to the first three, I mean. The first three games I was able to complete in one sitting. Third one was a bit of a stretch, but I still managed to do it. This one I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with, and the reason for that is because it's substantially longer than the others. There's a lot of other changes, but we'll get to those as we go ahead. But first, let's talk about this. This is some old school copy protection. Back in the day, you used to have this kind of thing where it would ask you to look at the manual, or it would ask you, like, in the game, you would require the manual for something. And the reason was because that was their anti-piracy protection. So in this case, you need to look at page 5, second word. Now, there's a table in the manual that actually tells you what that is, so you don't actually have to look at page 5. So page 5, second word is mirror, as it turns out. So type in mirror. Here we are, Sierra presents. Yes, so we're going to listen to the intro, or at least look at the intro, and see what's going on in Daventry. As you can see, there's some much better music now. This came out years later compared to the first three games, which are all done in the same engine. With 3 being the furthest they could really go on that engine. This is a new engine, this is new mechanics, new ways of doing things. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what they did with it. Yes, that's a... And no, it's not a weird screen framing, by the way. That's how it's actually framed in the window. You see we have some slightly higher graphical or higher quality pixel art. You also that there's now music. The music is no longer single tone music the way it was in the first 3 games. There's actually like variation in tone, which was a new thing with this game. With the return of his long-lost son, Alexander, and the rescue of his daughter, Rosella, from the terrible dragon, old King Graham decides it's time to pass on his adventurer's hat to younger blood. Well, yeah, I know. In fact, he didn't bother to save his daughter or his son. His son saved himself, and then saved his sister. He flings the battered hat towards his children while his wife, Queen Valence, proudly looks on. Yes, King Graham the Useless has decided to pass on his adventurer's hat, not by bequeathing it, but to just toss it idly. The hat arches through the air. Suddenly, King Graham experiences a terrible squeezing pain in his chest. King Graham the Useless falls over, just like Edward the Useless did before him. Oh, I'm sorry, Edward the Benevolent. The adventurer's hat lies, unclaimed upon the floor, forgotten. Welp. So King Graham suddenly caught a case of death, and, you know, now everyone kind of ugly stares straight ahead at each other. King Graham lies weakly in bed, Father Death hovering near. Well, he was very useless. Oh no, poor Graham. Poor King Graham the Useless. Oh, Father, she sobs, you're still young, you have many years ahead of you. Wish I could help you, Father. Yeah, he's so young. You really mean that? A soft voice asks. Don't listen to the mirror. Last time it sent us through King's Quest 2. What's up? It sees no one. Who's speaking to me? Okay, any time now, game. I am, the voice says. Look in the magic mirror. Do not look in the magic mirror. That thing is completely useless. It also lies to you and sends you into terrible games. Who are you, she queries. Who queries? Appears to be an animated GIF. It's anime GIF with like 2 frames, but anime GIF nonetheless. I am the fairy. My land of Tamir is a remarkable tree. The tiny tree needs 100 years to bear a single fruit. How convenient. It's no ordinary fruit. For a person were to eat it, they would find good health, and well-being would be theirs for many years. So it's like unicorn blood. I think we can find a unicorn. Also surprising you would just out of nowhere tell me this. Where is this land? Yes, of course. Trust this strange woman with the ugly face who is speaking to you randomly through magic mirror. Very far away. With my magic I can bring you there. Yes, trust the random woman who is talking to you via magic mirror out of the blue. Since there's more to the story, but I suppose there are some problems? Yes, you'll have to do lots of side quests. You'll have to do terrible things for me. Again, yes, you are correct. If you are willing to come to me, I shall explain the situation. Never mind explaining the situation now. I'll first take you here against your will, and you'll have to help me. However, once I bring you here, I can't send you back. You will have to help me first. Exactly. Come here with no knowledge of where it is. I don't know. What if I can't help you or find the tree? Then the static will increase. I shall disappear from this mirror. You must decide now. My powers are growing weaker by the minute. Oh, yeah, of course. How convenient. There is but a faint glimmer, her voice barely audible. If you care for your father, say yes, now. And suddenly she's gone. Wow, way to play the dead father card. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. No. How helpful. So now you're on a beach somewhere. Thanks for flying over out of nowhere. Lonely Fairy speaks. I'm the fairy. Yeah, you already said that. Welcome. Yes, you already told me who you are. Thanks for forcing me to be here now. Awestruck by the fairy. Stunningly beautiful. I disagree. There's a sudden sadness to her. Or a certain sadness to her. Yeah, she looks like a dead butterfly. I'd like to help you in some way, but I don't know how I could help a fairy. Well, you could do a whole bunch of stuff that I can't do myself, because I'm lazy. Oh god, don't make that face. Looks sadder than ever. You're wrong. You see, I'm losing my magical powers. Yesterday I was strolling through the woods. An evil fairy caught me unawares and stole my magic talisman. Man, it's almost like you should have chained that around you. She yanked it from my neck and raced away, screeching with laughter. Immediately I felt my powers diminishing, my body weakening. I will die in 24 hours if my talisman is not returned. Gee, thanks for that. Thanks for the no pressure, you know. We got dead fairy, dead father. Man, everyone's dying all over the place. All these useless people are dying. Intently she looks at you. It's very evil. We use the talisman to bring more evil. How? Now I fear will contaminate my whole country. So is it like the T virus from Resident Evil or something? Is it just going to contaminate everything? I cannot send you home without my talisman. Okay. As sure as she can do. I want to help you, but how am I supposed to do this? That's a good question. How is a random woman supposed to help you? You could do more than you think. I believe you'll be able to penetrate her domain. Word choice, but, why do you believe that? Exactly? I mean, I'm sure we're going to be able to, but... There was a tiny tree. Can you tell me where to find the magic fruit? Yeah, about that whole, you can die and everything, but, we gotta save number one. Will not be easy to reach the tree. It grows on a tiny island within a vast swamp on the other side of the Great Mountains. Oh, good. So basically, you bait and switched us here. I'll help you anywhere I can. Where can I find her? Yeah, so she bait and switched us. She told us, oh, by the way, you want to save your father, you have to go find this thing, but now we're actually saving her. Points eastward. Looks to me from the Great Mountains, so we have to go there anyway. Or we keep going. So, she looks weaker, she says. There's not much I can do. It's really difficult for me to fly home again. So, what about those two other fairies that are just chilling and clearly have magical power of their own? You, though, I shall disguise you as a peasant girl so not as attract attention. Wait, what? Wait, hold up. You had the magic to... Thank you, I think. Yeah. So you had enough magical power that, you could change our clothing, but you didn't have enough magical power to fix the problems. Good to know. It will be better for you. If the best for you is the worst for you, then it's the best for you. Goodbye, good luck. Now with my weakened magical powers, I'm going to fly over the dangerous ocean, which is filled with sharks, as we learned in, King's Quest 3. So the plot so far is father dead, fairy dead. Well, you're on your own. And here we are. So that is King's Quest IV. Father dead, fairy dead, everything's terrible, and their plan was to take you, a princess whose biggest contribution to the series so far is to be kidnapped and eaten, almost eaten by a dragon. Because King Graham the Useless did absolutely nothing to save his own daughter, just like he did absolutely nothing to find his own son. And so now we've basically been whisked away to become a peasant girl to save King Graham the Useless again. So, that's the story, and they're sticking to it. Now, first things first, we gotta cover a couple things. If you're new to the King's Quest series, you're gonna want to speed things up to be faster, so you don't walk around. You're also going to want to save immediately, so we'll put this as save 1, or call it something good, because you're going to want to save and save often, save in multiple multiple save files, because these games have unwinnable save conditions. And if you do something where it's unwinnable, and you save over it, guess what? You have to redo the entire game. There are no checkpoints, there's nothing else. So save often, and make sure you have multiple save files that you can always go back to. So, like, I'm going to try and save after I do everything major, because the last thing we want to do is mess up. So let's save. You can also tell. Okay. So one thing you can also tell is we have more colors here. Now, much of this stuff is the same from the last game, in that if you hit a direction, they will keep walking in that direction until you hit it again. You tell the graphics are improved, as weird as that is to say. We have a bit of shading over here on these flowers. We have some rocks with some shadows. The sea is now made of more than 2 colors. It's now made of 4 colors. So there's that. Everything in this game is done on screens, so everything is done based on what screens you go to. So we need to go north, and then we need to go east twice. So you can already see that the graphics the trees actually look somewhat like trees in this game, as opposed to weird blob things that they did in the first 3. Okay. Now everything in this game is done via text. So this game, it looks like they actually pause things when you use text, which is new. In the first 3 games, it didn't pause when you decide to type things in. But in this game, it seems it actually gives you the benefit pausing the game, so you don't have to type things under stress like it did in the 3rd game. So we need to look under the bridge. Kneel down and peer under the bridge. Aha, you have found a small golden ball. Pick it up and carry it with you. You're going to hear those words, you pick it up and carry it with you, a lot in this game. These, like, old adventure games require you to pick up a lot of shit and carry it everywhere. You can see at the top left, there's a score, which will tell you how much of the game, how many things you've done, basically how much of you've accomplished in the game. I don't know what the minimum score is. I'm going to say we're going to try to go for the max score, but if we don't get it all, or I miss something, that'll be that. I'm not too worried about it. I'm more worried about getting through the game. So, we now need to go north and then east twice again. Oh, it now plays a little sound when you collect something. That's new. As opposed to the dead silence most of this game, or most of the other games had. This is a cheery place. Now again, a lot of this game has to do with, let's save here. Let's save again. A lot of this game has to do with what people would later call moon logic. And the reason it's called that is because nothing about it a lot of times makes sense. Like, you wouldn't know to look under the bridge to get a golden ball and then need to go here to then, go into this house. So now we're in the house. We then need to go west in the house. Okay. Then we need to go to this shelf, not the other shelf, this shelf, and get book. Examine the few remaining books on the bookshelf. Only one catches your attention, is entitled The Complete. That's not how you spell complete. Works of William Shakespeare. You move it from the shelf and carry it with you. Carrying a lot of stuff with you. Now you don't need to be... We don't need anything else in here right now. So we're just going to come in here. You need to know to come in here, take the book, and then leave. So now we need to go west and then south, looks like. So again, how you were supposed to know to do that, I don't know. So there's a lot of dead bodies here. I think I may have gone the wrong way, actually. Oh wait, I went east. Derp. I can be a little dumb sometimes. Don't know where we are at the moment. See, they haven't fixed this problem with the other games. See, because they tried to make scenery, and the scenery's in the foreground, often you can't see your own character. So that's a problem. And this is on faster, and yet she still moves really slow. Oh good, we can walk across the water without drowning like King Graham used to. Okay, well, Rosella already gets points from me. So again, now you need to know to go over here. Sort of maneuver your way through the water. And now you need to break into this house, so let's save again. Okay, treehouse. Open door. Okay, now we're in here. We need to clean the house, apparently. Again, how you would have known to do this, I don't know. Apparently, you're just supposed to come in here and clean the house. High adventure, everybody. Do we know who owns this house? No. Do we know who lives in this house? No. Do we know why we're doing this? No. But given the fact that this game loves ripping off fairy tales, it looks a lot like the Seven Dwarfs, I would imagine. Why they're living in a tree, I don't know. Yes, let's sweep the floor. Why not? It's not like our father's dying or anything. Hear the dwarves approaching. So, yeah, this is the Seven Dwarves. Watch quietly as the dwarves file in one by one, grab a bowl of soup, and take a seat at the table. So this is a cutscene, as it turns out. So this game has cutscenes. The other games did not have these. So this is actually a new thing. Do I seriously have to watch each and every one of these guys come in and sit down? Can I skip this? Okay, can I speed this up at all? Wait. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Yeah, okay. So... Okay, so I should probably point out, I'm playing this game on the good old games version, and it's a little unstable. By which I mean that the game is, how should we say? The game doesn't play as well. It's run through DOSBox, and, let's just say it can crash randomly. So yeah. It crashed. I had to go back to the save we just did before we swept the floor, watched them all sweep the floor, and try to go back to where we were at the end before it crashed. So I think it's where we are now. So hopefully that's not too strange. Woman who's really hungry is grabbing 2 bowls of soup. How riveting. Okay. Alright, 7 dwarves seem very pleased that you tidied their messy home. One politely asks your name. You tell him, and he cordially invites you to sit down with them to eat the bowl of soup he got for you. Oh, so he got us soup. How nice of him. How nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Why is it doing that? That's weird. Seat yourself at the table and begin eating this surprisingly delicious soup. No, don't do it. It's a trap. Or maybe not. I guess we're supposed to eat, so... Oh, no, we are eating. Okay, now we gotta watch ourselves eat. So hopefully the rest of the playthrough is going to go better than the first, like, 20-30 minutes of it. Okay, how long am I supposed to sit here and wait? Can we speed this up a little bit? Am I supposed to wait, or am I supposed to type in eat? You're already eating the soup. Oh, thanks, game. How fast can we speed this up so we don't have to do this? Jesus Christ, how much soup are you eating, lady? How big is this bowl? Okay, can we finish up with this? Can we? It's time for the little men to get back to the mine. Okay. Goodbye. Thanks to the soup, you call as they take their leave. Oh my god. God, we have to watch them walk out one at a time. Da-da-da. Finish the soup also. It's the best soup you've ever tasted. Maybe though you're just really hungry. Of course. Okay. Okay, whoa. Okay, I forgot I turned it. Okay, let's turn it back to normal speed. Maybe turn it up once. Let's get the pouch on the table. Okay, so we got the pouch. What happened to my clean house again? Oh god. Speed things up. I hope that's the last of it. Yeah, I do too. I would hate to do that again. Okay, so I know this has kind of been a quick and, I guess, quick and rather short episode, but this is going to be the first one. We're actually going to save now before it crashes again. I have to do all that again. Okay, so next time we're going to continue this playthrough and see what else we have to do. See y'all next time. Don't do that.